Do you guys really think that a thumbnail can make a difference between night and day? Like, can a thumbnail take your video from 1,000 views to 1 million views just by changing a thumbnail? Do you guys really believe that? There's two things, okay? What is the thing that is the easiest to do but brings the highest amount of ROI, right? Between a good thumbnail and a bad thumbnail, if it is not designed, then what is it? If they do not click, they do not watch. Thumbnail is the game changer, and I will really help you understand why that is the case. And for that, we need to understand on a fundamental level, what are we doing as users? When you open youtube.com, you're greeted with two sites. You're greeted with long form and you're greeted with short form. Short form is a flea market. What does flea market mean? Like, you're walking and there are people who are constantly shouting, Madam, 150, 150. All of that is happening. So what is it? They are asking for your attention and they're doing anything and everything to get it. And the reason these small tricks work is because the ticket size is very low on any and all tricks that they can bring you, that they can capture your attention with. Now let's compare this to short form. Let's flip this on its head and let's now, instead of flea market, go to a supermarket. Your Reliance Fresh, your DMart. So what we understand from a user experience perspective is that if the ticket size is higher, then you cannot just come and grab attention and expect that to work. Here, the game changes. Instead of the way these guys sell and make you buy is through packaging. It used to attract my kid psyche as a whole, and it used to make me want to buy it. Now let's compare this to YouTube thumbnails. What do YouTube thumbnails have nowadays? What does Mr. Beast thumbnails look like? Does it have blue, red, green, yellow colors in it? It's fully bright and there is a mascot, which is Mr. Beast himself. So what you need to understand is every single audience that you're trying to tap into have certain association with certain design colors, right? The products that I buy, they have a very different packaging and they speak to me in a very different manner. So for them to be able to get to this point, they spend a lot of time doing something known as R&D, research and development, where they try to understand what do you like or dislike, but what made you pick it up in the first place? What was it? So it is not necessarily that you have to add poppy colors and this and that to make a thumbnail stand out. What you need to understand is who is this video going to be watched by? What are their problems? What are they suffering from? And how can I package my video so that they feel like their problem will be solved through this specific video? How do I understand this? How do I go and find thumbnails that are working really well? Here is it very simply, okay? You constantly browse all the time. What I do is I open my YouTube app on my PC and I just scroll and look for thumbnails that catch my attention. I'll tell you what I mean. Right now, the browsing section, the home page of YouTube is very different. When I started, I've been trying to create videos 2012, okay? So similarly, one of the biggest mistakes that I have seen other people make is they will always make video thumbnails that look exactly like Mr. Beast. Why do you want to make videos look like Mr. Beast if you're not targeting his audience? That is like me selling minimalist to people like you guys, people like us, with incredibly bright poppy color with a guy and a mascot of a monkey. Will you buy it? Will you buy if there is a minimalist with a monkey in the background in very blue and green color and no more pimple, all of that written? I don't think people will buy it. The positioning matters and understanding what your audience looks for matters. So once you understand who this video is going to go for and what their YouTube browsing system will look like, then you can design your thumbnails in a way that stick out of the market. Able to do that, I need to understand a lot about their own audience, which is slightly hard. This is why in the start I said in the start itself, right? I do not think this is a skill that you can develop for somebody else. This is very good skill to develop for your own self if you want to start your own channel, if you want to start your own creator career. But if you want to start something that for somebody else, it is going to be harder until unless you understand the audience. The recommendation is you understanding your audience, talking to them in real life, talking to them online, seeing if you can go and watch their browsing page, like really doing all of that mehnat to understand your audience. There is no other shortcut. That is why it is the easiest and the hardest thing to do, because it requires over a long period of time, hyper amount, like a really strong obsession. What we have not understood is how do you play on a human level, how do you understand human psychology or human experience, right, when they're browsing and all of that. So next time I would recommend try and go to DMart, Big Bazaar and all of that and see what is influencing you to pick a thing. See next time when you're browsing on YouTube, see what is making you watch a long form, right? And that is way you can play around with it. Really understand what is it that I can show to them that will connect a chord. Maybe I can show a problem that they are facing. Maybe I can show a solution that they are facing. Maybe I can contrast by all the solutions that they are facing. All of that you can play around with. Like all the videos, they are pretending to be this, I will pretend to be that. So I'll bring a contrast in between of my thumbnail and there. With that being said, I hope you guys were able to understand how thumbnail psyche works, right? You guys have all understood how do you make thumbnails.